feel like it's really loud. Is it loud for you?
What, the bum 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 bum? Are you hungover?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You're hungover, are you?
No, I'm not. I am not.
Sadly. Yeah.
I did have enough Prosecco to render me so, but I feel great.
That's alrighty then. You guys were here.
Good morning. I saw that there is a Mike in the chat who has this is his first time tailgating. So welcome to Mike for tailgating. So that is neat.
Welcome to you, Mike.
Yeah.
Get ready for brace yourself for the crazy. Brace yourself.
And brace yourself to hear about how awesome My Pillow is. You know what I really wish I had here, but I could never bring on vacation?
A dog bed.
It would be great to have my dogs here and a dog bed. Right. But what I really wish I had was the robe.
Right.
Because they're so thirsty and heavy and glorious.
Yeah. And then
they're too heavy to pack.
You need the towels too. It's like you want to like roll up some towels, put them in your luggage, but they take up too much room too. And then you're like, why can't every hotel have freaking My Pillow towels? What's wrong with you, hotel? What's wrong with you?
It's so true. Yeah. But seriously, like if you pack a towel or the robe, you're borked when you check in because they'll charge you so much money for being overweight.
You're borked.
You're borked. Oh, Mike Sassman just sent us a super sticker. He says, love watching you every morning. My fiance and I always talk about you over dinner every day. Oh my gosh. And this is his first tailgate.
That's so sweet. It's very, very
nice.
Sweet.
Oh my
gosh.
He's
a tailgate virgin, you guys. He's a tailgate virgin.
That's right.
Be gentle.
Be gentle with Mike. And make sure, Mike, if you haven't yet, that you check out My Pillow's robes and towels. And you can do that by using our code.
And do that. And when you do that if you call them at 1-800-875-0513, do it in a way where it doesn't sound like Biden whispering, you know? Like do it like go checks, but don't do it like side when Biden goes.
Like he gets the Joker face and he gets like weird and he does the weird Mike. He goes,
that's gonna be the screenshot. Me going like this and doing the side face. Right. I look so hot when I do that. God, I look hot when I do that. Okay.
So anyway, 800-875-0513 or mypillow.com to get yourself some discounts on all the things, including robes and towels and all the things. You guys, want to know what Daisy called me this morning? Yeah. She called me a chlor.
She looked like a chlor in these pictures, you guys. You want to know what a chlor is? First of all, I said, you look like, because she and her sister tried to do one of those contouring videos. You know, they did the contouring with their faces where they put like 14 pounds of makeup on. You know, so they did the stuff and the things and the contour. And then I was like, well, let's see a picture. So she showed me a picture. I'm like, you look like
I'll show you everybody. I have no problem showing.
Share everybody the picture of you.
You guys see.
I go,
it was a massive fail.
I go, you look like a clown whore. And she goes,
and I was like, oh my God, a chlor.
I look like a chlor. And so I said, yeah, you look like a chlor. And so
we just can't do it. And it was so gross, you guys. It feels so gross. I don't know how people do that every day. Like the Kardashians with the triangles and the war paint. And then they like blend it all in. And we just ended up looking like chlors.
Oh God, chlors. I don't know, like all these women, and they have all these Instagram accounts and all these accounts where women are like, this is what you do. It's my everyday look. It's every day.
Right. And then they'll say, this is my natural look.
Right.
And so they'll put on like 20 pounds of makeup to look natural.
Right. It's like, what? Here's a thought. Just don't put that crap on your face.
That'll look really natural. It'll be the most natural, actually.
And they're using sponges and spackle like brush.
Oh, we did it. She bought like all the things.
And it's like the things that you use to actually like fill holes in your wall, in your drywall. Like they're using that on their face. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it.
Terrible. And then they're like, overline your lips. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, then you just ended up it was so ridiculous. It was just so dumb. Thank you, Larry. And thank you, Allie. Bizarre. Allie says, I never get to catch you guys live. You are the best and make my morning every day. Thank you, Allie.
Thank you, Allie.
So sweet.
Allie, thank you.
Stuart Oldfield. I don't know if you even your.
Hello,
yes, it is. Why'd you
Stuart.
change your name, Stuart the Brit? Stuart Oldfield.
He changed his name. That's so confusing for me.
I know, but the only reason I knew it was him is because he said yummy Sterlings again.
Sterlings. He's driving on a parkway and parking on a driveway in the garage. Okay, all right. So we gotta talk about news, you guys. There's news.
Yeah. News. And I actually know things today, so just brace yourself.
Oh my God, she knows things.
Somebody just said chlor shorts.
Yeah, she's got them on. She's got her chlor shorts. She's got her chlor shorts on today. Yeah, I bet your sister.
It's hot as balls here.
I bet your chlor of a sister is wearing too. Your chlor of a sister.
It is hot as
balls. It's hot as balls here too, Mog. All right.
Okay, so first things first, let's just get out of the way the fact that UNC has dodged a complete bullet, because even though they caved like total jackasses to Nicole Hannah-Jones, and they were like, yeah, you totally deserve tenure, and we're really sorry that we said you couldn't have tenure, and now we're changing our minds. Now you can't have tenure because you're so important. And so she's like, I'm not taking it.
It has nothing to do with them being total wusses. That's why they offered it to her. And like, they got so much crap from people. It's like, if you don't give her tenure, then we're going to give you all sorts of crap. Instead of having a backbone and being like, you don't deserve this tenure. They gave her the tenure, and then she's like, I don't want it. I don't want it now.
Yeah, now I'm just going to go to Howard. I'm going to Howard University. And I can't tell. I don't know if Howard gave her tenure. I know that they gave her a position, but I don't know if they're giving her a tenured position or how that even works. But now she's going to Howard, and she's like she's pitching a big fit about all of it. And it's all so dumb. And I think tenure is dumb anyway. And then she's dumb, and everything about this story is dumb. I hate her. Don't like her at all. I'm crossing her off my list. That's what I'm doing.
The chlor hates her. The chlor has spoken.
That's right. Really mad about this story.
Yeah, the chlor has spoken.
You said something is happening in Texas.
Oh, yeah, in Texas. What's happening in Texas? Well, I don't have it in front of me, but there are sheriffs suing Biden over all the ICE stuff and the restrictions, the ICE restrictions, and plummeting deportations and stuff like that. I don't have the story in front of me, but that they're suing him because they're like, basically, you have undone all of what Trump has done. You suck. We're going to sue you. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that is in a nutshell what is happening, which I'm glad to see the sheriffs have some balls left and that they've decided that they're going to sue this administration. That's nice that they're doing that. I appreciate that they're doing that.
Now I feel like it's even more inappropriate because you're squeezing. Just don't, that's not something we've done before. That's a new thing.
Listen, it's because you're such a chlor, and it's just like rubbing off on me. All right, so that's happening. That's happening in Texas. I also, because with the border, I was watching. Is it Tom Cotton? Is it Tom Cotton? He's the Arkansas guy, right? Is it the guy?
I think that's right.
Is it Tom Cotton? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
He's a senator. Did you say Arkansas? You cut out for a minute. Was it
Arkansas?
Is that what you said?
Arkansas.
I think that's right.
Because they're sending Arkansas is sending National Guard too to Texas. Arkansas is sending National Guard. Yeah, they're sending National Guard. South Dakota is sending National Guard. They've got, there's so many people like that are Republicans that have sense who are like, listen, we need to send some National Guard to the Texas border. And, there are people on the left that are like, that's just, for show. It doesn't, they're doing that because they want to look like they're doing something. No, we actually, it's an emergency situation on the border.
Yeah.
And so, that needs to happen. And so I'm glad to see that the sheriffs are like, you know what, this administration sucks. We're going to do something about it. So they're suing him, especially over the ICE restrictions. I don't know why he would put in place any restrictions whatsoever for ICE. These people are lunatics, absolute lunatics. So that's happening. And then they're
Carrie just sent a super sticker and she said, I'm so excited I get to watch this morning on YouTube. Love you both so much. Amy, Joe, and Miriam, aka Mock and Daisy, aka Mocktail and Balls.
That's so sweet. I love Morgan McCoy she just wrote, what up, my bitches? Oh my God, I love people. Okay. And then
speaking of speaking of people suing, there are now Americans who are lazy a-holes all across the country who are suing the governors of states who did the right thing and said, hey, federal government, thanks a lot for sending us all this money from taxpayers that we're supposed to give to unemployed people to make them earn more in unemployment than they would be in actual jobs. Right. But nobody is available to work anymore, and restaurants are super understaffed. A lot of places are understaffed. So we're just not going to use that money. Thank you very much. Here you go. We're just going to send that right back. And enough is enough. We need people to work. Right. So all these people who are getting those extended unemployment benefits of the extra, I don't know, $300 to $600 a week are now suing those governors. Because they're like, but that money is rightfully ours because the federal government said so. Right. And I want to continue to sit on my ass. I mean, can you believe that? Yeah, I can believe it because now we're in a generation of people who are entitled. You know, it used to be that 60, 70 years ago, 50, even 20, 30, 40 years ago, you'd be embarrassed to do that. Right. Remember when there was some shame that was attached to that? There was shame, just like there was shame in abortion. There was shame with that, right? It's like there used to be shame with that. People would be like, God, I got to get off my butt and work because I'm kind of a loser, you know? And now it's like people are just like, no, I'm going to go ahead and take the check. You know, why not? And if somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? I sit on my butt, take a government check. You know, I'm able-bodied. I can totally get out there and get a job, but why would I when I'm getting paid to sit on my butt? I mean, why would I work? You're a sucker. You're out there working for a living. I mean, it's unbelievable, these people. And and furthermore, they have the money to sue. Like, well, so that's the thing. I don't know how that is working exactly, because that usually requires some money. You know? You know how much lawyers cost? Holy crap. Oh my God, we know. We know very well. Yeah. So yeah, that's happening. And also, there is another variant. So I know you guys are just probably hearing about the Delta variant. You know, there's a lot of fear porn happening around this new variant that everybody wants you to be scared about, but that wasn't scaring people enough. And so today I read about the Lambda variant, which apparently has been spotted in Australia and is expected to just totally take over the world. And it's way more infectious and way more lethal. So they want you to be scared. Everybody wants you to be scared in perpetuity so that they can continue to have all the control over you. Yeah, all the control. You know what the Lambda thing reminds me of? Revenge of the Nerds. You remember? Lambdas. Isn't that what they were? The lambdas. The lambdas. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, there's never going to be an end. There's always going to be variants. There's always going to, it's another way to get people, to push you to get vaccinated if you haven't already been vaccinated. And, you know, but what I don't understand is when they say, well, yeah, these vaccines protect you from all these variants, but then they say that they don't. So you hear on one hand, the Delta variant is like way more infectious and you've got to get your vaccine. And then you read another story where, you know, a bunch of people in Israel who were vaccinated are getting the Delta variant anyway. Right. So I can't keep up, but you're going to start hearing about Lambda now because Delta apparently has run its course and they need to bring in some more variants. Right. So, and then liberals will look at you and be like, trust the science. Oh, and by the way, there are like 4,000 genders. Right. Do it. Oh, then that is a perfect segue into the next story about Andrew Cuomo's daughter. Did you guys hear? This is so dumb. And Andrew is the nipple guy. Remember, he had the nipple rings. We don't want to confuse Chris, who is I love my biceps, with Andrew, who is I have nipple rings and I'm like 70 years old and I know everybody's vomiting. And also Andrew. I killed your grandma. Right. So I also killed your grandma. Andrew. Yeah. That Andrew. Yeah. So his daughter, she's in her 20s, I think. I forget her name. It doesn't matter. She has just come out as part of Pride Month. So I guess this happens a few days ago. But she has come out to announce, and I hope everybody's sitting down because this is big. She used to think she was a lesbian. She was really worried about that. But it turns out she is demisexual.
Okay. You're going to have to explain what that is, Mock. Does it have anything to do with
Well,
Demi Moore? What does it have to do with? What is it?
No.
Or Demi Lovato?
I had to look it
What
up,
is it?
obviously.
Okay.
So this is
All
not
right. What
something
does
I
it- what
knew
does it
off the top of
mean?
my head.
What is a
It
demisexual?
means, I mean, it's earth shattering, but it means that in order to have sexual attraction to someone, she needs to feel an emotional connection. So she is attracted. I know. You know what Ben Shapiro said about it? He was like, "Oh, so you mean like most women?"
Right.
You know, women tend to want that emotional connection with someone
Right.
in order to feel like they can be sexual partners. So
Well, I feel
Ben
like
Shapiro was
you
like,
should.
why do we have a name for this? Why is
Right.
it something to come out with? You
So
know what I mean?
basically, you have an emotional connection, which is what you should have in order to not be a chlore. Right?
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
what you want. You want to have an emotional connection to the person that you're having relations of a sexual nature with in order to not
ideally.
be a giant chlore. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
She like released a statement. Like there is a statement that went along with this
Of
about
course.
how, you know, she finally feels ready to share this news about her demisexuality and that it's, you know, that she wishes that we lived in a world where coming out wasn't even a thing and everyone just understood intuitively that everyone on the planet is on a spectrum of sexuality and that there is really no such thing as just being hetero. Everybody is a little bit gay.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. So, and I would imagine now too, like they make greeting cards for this crap, right? Because this is our world.
Congratulations on your demisexuality.
Right. Congratulations on feeling emotions to want to do it with somebody. Our world is so effed, you guys.
I know.
It's just
so stunning and brave, though.
So dumb. So dumb. Somebody said that we should change our name to Chlor and Balls.
And
That's
Balls.
what we should change our name to.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm doing that right now. That was a
change
great
my
idea.
name?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
She's commandeering my name.
I'm doing it. It's
You're
happening.
doing it? Look at you go. It's
totally happening right now.
Look
and
at
I'm
you.
even. I'm all capping
you. Shall receive. Asking you. Right in the middle
I even
of the show.
gave you the Z.
Look at it. Balls. Look at it happen right in the middle of the show, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that happened.
So that's happened. Well, I'm really and truly happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a big deal. It's a life-changing announcement, and we should all be celebrating her stunning bravery.
Right.
For sure.
Right. I'm super happy for her. Okay. What else is going on? Do we have anything else going on that doesn't have to do with demisexuality?
Not with that. It doesn't have to do with that, but we do have important news about TikTok, and I will have TikToks today. But first, there is very, very important news about this app. I don't know if you guys knew this, but TikTok started out as an app that was really about dancing. Because remember, didn't it used to have a whole other name? Like when your daughter was...
It started out as Musical.ly, and it wasn't even about dancing per se. It was really just about like music and people and like little, I feel like it was mostly little kids singing along to music. And so it was kind of like a lip sync. It was more of like a lip syncing app is what it started out as.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you, because we heard about it a really long time ago. Remember when we went to a client meeting a long time ago on the radio and he was talking about his daughter. Do you remember that? His daughter was really into it. So little kids were really into it and they would lip sync to his songs. And then it got bought out by TikTok and then it just exploded into what it is today, which is a skank app. Yeah. Which is that.
And also screaming huskies.
And basically China taking all your information. But listen, if you want to be on it, go ahead and be on it. Right.
That's right. Anyway, so but in its earlier form, way before I got into it, TikTok was really about dances. Like people, like a new song would come out, someone would create a dance to it, and then like everybody on the app would recreate the dance, post themselves doing the dance, and that was that. So that's how it started. So, and now it's of course all the other things too, but there are still a lot of dances on it. But there's a headline today in the Daily Mail that said that Black TikTokers are now going on strike, and they refuse to create any more of these dances because white people are doing them without giving them credit. And this is not a big deal. Like, no one knows where dances started. And by the way, there are white choreographers or whatever out there who also create these dances that people copy and do, and everybody shares in it, and it's supposed to be just fun, and it's not a racial thing. But because right now everything is racial, now there are Black people on TikTok who've decided, well, screw everybody that has white skin. I'm not making up any more dances. And you know what the impact of this is going to be? Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
Zero.
Because there's plenty of dances still happening. Plenty of white creators know how to dance. They're making the dances. This is so dumb.
I find it really funny because it's like, we're going on strike. Okay, well, what are you not going to get like medical benefits from TikTok anymore? Like, what does that mean as a TikToker when you go on strike? Do they have like picket signs and they're like out front of the TikTok headquarters? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, we're going on strike. So nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're not creating content, because there's going to be somebody behind you that's going to create the content. That's how social media works. If you're not on it, there will be somebody else who's on it. Bugger off. That's the world, baby. You know, that's how it works. Like, it's so funny. These people think they're so self-important that they think that people care, you know?
I know.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
Nobody cares. And by the way, I love watching people who really dance well dance. I love it. Yeah, I love watching it. And there's like a married couple who does a lot of these they create a lot of these viral dances, and they have like super intricate, impossible to follow choreography. But, you know, they're white, and a lot of people copy them. And I don't think they're running around crying because people are copying. That's the point. They want their dances to go viral. That is how this all works.
You're absolutely right. Isn't that the point? Yeah, that is. You're so right about that. Like,
so
otherwise,
dumb.
why are you on it if you don't want people to copy your stuff? That's TikTok, right?
I mean, that's what it was. I don't understand.
I don't understand people either. I don't.
Anyway, those are my stories. I think you had one about a school, right? Like
I did. There was one about a school today. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. So, there's this school in New York City that it's called the Spence School. I don't know if you guys heard this story. Megyn Kelly, I don't know if her kids went there or if she's just like, she knows a lot about the school. She yanked her.
Well, she knows a lot about is this New York? Because she knows a lot about the private schools in New York. But I don't think Spence is where it may be where her kids went. She pulled her kids out of one of those hoity-toity schools.
Yeah, she did. And she had she had a lot of stuff to say about this particular story. But it's basically one of Manhattan's, like, you know, top like elite schools, like a, you know, super ritzy like private school. And it was a classroom situation where they showed this video of a bunch of women making fun of white women, is what it was. They were making fun of Karens. They were making fun of women that looked a lot like Mock and I, basically. And the bottom line is, you know, I'm just to, you know, encapsulate it. The bottom line is, it's okay nowadays to make fun of white women. They're doing this like on the last day of school. They're doing it with a bunch of girls in the classroom. And I have no idea why they would do this in a classroom setting. Like, there's no reason for them to even show a video like this. They said it was satirical. Doesn't matter. There's no reason for you to use this as a teaching tool for anything whatsoever. But it had like Fran Lebowitz in it and like a couple other people. And it was just basically making fun of Karens, making fun of and saying that, you know, like, we don't matter. Like, we're just a bunch of idiots. White women are idiots, right? And making us look stupid. So, you know, the bottom line is, if it were a video that were depicting, you know, Hispanic women, Black women, Asian women in the same light, it would be regarded as racist.
Yeah.
But since it's white women, they're allowed to do it, right? Now the school has since come out because there was such outrage. The school has since come out and they've been like, this doesn't reflect our values. They do that bullshit that they always do. They dance around, they say that stuff. However, no one's been fired that I know of. But this is the thing. If it were somebody making fun of or belittling or demoralizing anybody or women of a different race other than white, they'd be fired. And so I just, this is not okay. This is not okay. I'm glad that at least parents are starting to, say, okay, this isn't okay, but they should be demanding that these people be fired because these are people who are indoctrinating kids. They are molding minds. This is what's happening in our country. And it leads to things like, kids, young adults, and kids who are 20, 30 years old now who hate their country. This is what's happening. So we need to do something about it, I mean, I don't have my kid in a ritzy private school, but I'm just saying if you do, or if you don't even, make sure that you know what your kids are learning. Make sure that you're stalking, make sure that you're on the school boards, make sure that you're involved. You guys cannot stay quiet.
Well, and it's funny. There was which one of the teachers unions? I know there's two big ones. I don't remember which one, but one of them came out yesterday. I saw on Twitter that they had come out and they said very openly, our goal is to make sure that critical race theory is taught in every public school system. They were very open about it. And so I was like, oh, well, that's handy because it's so handy that they're saying this out loud because here I've been reliably told by Joy Reid that we're all overreacting. Critical race theory isn't taught in schools. Why are you saying such nonsense? And now the teachers union is like, hey, guess what we're doing? We want to teach critical race theory. And so someone commented about that and said, well, this is exactly why I have my kids in private school. You're not safe if your kids are in private school. That is a huge, huge mischaracterization of what's happening. All the schools are getting woke. It doesn't matter public or private.
Catholic
somebody said it was
too.
an NEA.
And you think that you're safe. You think you're safe in a Catholic school. You're not safe in a Catholic school. You're not safe in a Christian school. You're not safe. They're all getting woke. They're probably getting more woke than some of the small town public schools. I mean, I had my kid in a little farm school in Indiana, and I felt like there was more, she was more apt to see God and country and faith and freedom in that tiny little public school than she was in some Catholic school downtown. Believe me. So, I mean, you think you're safe in a private school shelling out a bunch of money? You're not safe. You
not
need
at
to make
all.
sure that you're paying attention. Yeah.
So anyway, all right, it's time for talks.
Time for talks.
Now, remember when I was going to show you there's this hilarious girl, and for the longest time, my husband thought she was legit dumb, but she is pretend dumb. So she's this blonde girl who presents these ideas and videos where she looks so completely idiotic and stupid, but she's so good at making it look like it's real, even though it's completely fake. So I found a couple that I wanted to show you from her because she's so ridiculous. I don't know how she pulls this off as well as she does, but here is the first one. Let me make sure my sound is up. Hang on just a second. Okay, here we go.
I had to show somebody this cool toilet paper holder. It's like from the future. Instead of having to pop it out, it comes up like this. And it acts as this seat belt to hold your toilet paper for you. I had to show somebody this cool holder.
She's God. The same girl that one time she made, what are those rice cakes? Are those, rice cakes that people eat for breakfast sometimes?
I guess.
So she said,
I don't, but okay.
Well, right. Yeah. So she took these two rice cakes and she was like, you guys, I just wanted to show you, I was going to show you how I make my rice cakes, and I make peanut butter and jelly rice cakes. And usually I put the peanut butter on the bottom and the jelly on the top. So she's holding this rice cake that she made with the peanut butter and jelly. She was like, but I put it on wrong and I put the jelly on the bottom. And so now I'm going to have to throw this away and make a new one. Instead of just turning it over. So these are the kind of videos she makes. So here's the other one.
I am not one to rant normally, but I guess I'll just show you. My puzzle came with so many defective pieces. At least half of them showed up like this. It's ridiculous. I am not one to rant.
So she's like the quintessential stupid blonde. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what she's going for.
She's so good at it. She's so good at it. Oh my God, I love her. Love her. Okay, and then I have cute things. Obviously, you know, I always have to have animals. So this one, and I don't usually get into birds. I'm not like a bird lover. First of all,
you're a birdist. You're basically a birdist. You're a birdist.
But like, because my sister and I were talking about this yesterday. There was a time some time ago where she thought about getting a parrot, but they live for like 90 years.
Yeah.
So
it's funny to say that. Our neighbors, we were just at their house for a dinner the other night, and they're rancher friends. They're probably in their late 30s. They have a parrot that's already 37 years old. And because they inherited it. And I'm like, what are you going to do? Like this thing will outlive y'all. What are you going to do with it? Like you have to put this thing in your will. It's so true. They live to be so freaking old. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't do this lightly. This is not something that you can just be like one day think about getting a parrot. But there's a really cute parrot that I'm about to show you. And you know that trick that a lot of people like to do with their dogs where they'll hold up a blanket in front of them and then pull it down and they'll still be there and they'll do that a couple times. But then the last time they'll disappear and they want to see the dog's reaction. So they did this to the parrot and the reaction was so funny. Listen to this. He was so scared.
Oh my God, he was so freaked out.
He was absolutely screaming. I love that so much. Okay. And then the last one is just really, really cute of dogs and cats living together. But right when you think you've seen the cutest part, just wait because there is more cuteness.
There's more.
Okay?
There's more cuteness. Okay, brace yourself for the cuteness, you guys.
Here we go.
Brace yourself.
There's no sound.
Look at the cat just crawling up in there.
She's like, I found a really good warm spot.
It's a good spot.
Oh, did you see?
I did.
He put his arm right around.
He's like, oh, I love you. I love you.
I'm going to tuck you in right now. I'm just going to tuck you in even tighter.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Look at the dogs, you guys. Look at the dogs. Look at all the dogs.
Isn't that the cutest thing you ever did see?
Yeah, dogs are the greatest. Dogs are the greatest.
Anyway, that's all.
So
that's all I got.
All right, you guys. It has been an eventful Tuesday.
Remember, tomorrow there is no video.
There's no video.
But Thursday, Friday, back to normal, 7 a.m., early.
Oh, really? So we're back to normal on Thursday, Friday?
I mean, if you want, because I'll be home.
Yeah. No, I totally want to be.
But I mean, that's like if you want to do an hour later, we can.
I can't because I have so much going on Thursday and Friday. Like so much is happening on those days. It's crazy. Yeah, every Thursday and Friday are like my worst days this week. So the earlier the better, so we can be back to normal. So we're back to normal on Thursday and Friday, you guys. Back to the show tomorrow because mock is a chlor. That's why we're not doing a show tomorrow. Just
I'm going to be in the air most of the day. And hopefully I won't be beating up Kaylee McEnany at the airport. Let's just all cross our fingers.
If you don't know what that refers to, listen to yesterday's podcast. Otherwise, people are like, wait, she wants to beat the crap out of Kaylee Mac. What?
No, I don't want to. No. But yeah, if you haven't heard that story, watch yesterday's video for sure.
Exactly. All right, you guys. Bring it in. Bring it in. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
On Thursday, yes. Bye.
Bye, guys.